Hello there, fellow grognards. It's Al here, and I've got Matt. Hello, Matt.
Hello.
And because we've got Matt here, that means that it must be time for CHEBS, which is a couple of tits. a couple of tits chatting hobby, endless bollocks, and stuff. Today we're going to go through our favourite pieces of Warhammer art. But before we do that, Matt, you went to UKGE last week, didn't you?
I did. I was there.
You felt like punishing yourself and being surrounded by all those people.
Yeah, 73,000 of them.
That's at least 72,998 too many.
And all nerds.
Yes. I mean, yeah, they've apparently, they've become one of the biggest conventions going. This is absolutely massive now. This looks to be...
I think they said it was bigger than Gen Con now.
Yeah. This is the Chaos Cards stand, obviously, setting up. And then good old Trench Crusade.
Yep, I went to see them. All their T-shirt sizes were all messed up. I was like, I have all your 3XLs are gone, but this one was from 2XL. And the nice dude was like, oh, you must have got the last one. I thought we sold out of those yesterday. And I was like, hold on a moment. Check the label, and it was a medium. And I'm like, no, this is going to be like a fucking sausage for me. And I went to look, and they were all like medium, and then the larges were all large. And I was just like, I'll just have the patches.
Left it too damn late. What were the T-shirts? Cool designs or what? I've not seen.
Yeah, they were pretty good. It took me a little while to work out that they were Trench Crusade T-shirts because I saw a few people wearing them, but they're sort of old bolt thrower kind of styly, like stark white print.
Oh, nice.
And obviously the title across the top wasn't immediately illegible. So I was kind of like,
Oh, cool. But yeah, that sounds decent. And then there was something called Comic Lord Miniatures.
Yeah, they did good stuff. Like the artwork caught my eye as I walked past.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. And these are their models. Okay, so it's not terrible at 15 quid for. Yeah, they look pretty good. So what is it? Obviously, it's a fantasy thing. I don't know. That guy's got a gun.
Yeah, it was just. I think they just do models and STLs.
Oh right, okay. So it's not an actual game.
No, not as far as I could tell.
Oh, okay, so they're all 3D prints. Obviously, it's pretty expensive for a 3D print. You can get a resin model for that money, but yeah, if it works for them.
Well, that might have been for them. They might have been resin. I don't know.
Yeah, cool. Always liking more models. Oh right, yeah. I mean that looks like it's practically Trench Crusade itself, doesn't it?
Yep.
Have they got the official partnership with Trench Crusade? Canadians.
I've no idea. I don't think so.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, it looks cool. And they do scenery and stuff as well.
Yeah.
This one caught my eye. This was pretty cool. Getting quite expensive if they are 3D prints, but the full Seraph sold out. That looks very much like something out of Trench Crusade, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, sweet. Oh man, what's that? The
Moss Ultima.
Dude, that's pretty cool.
Does look very cool.
Yeah, I can see why they caught your eye.
It was the artwork, didn't it? I was like, oh, what's this? And sort of stopped. I walked past a few times, and then one time I just kind of said to the guy, take some pictures. And he was like, yeah, go ahead.
That literally looks like the guy from the Pennison game.
That's it. It does, doesn't it, with the pointy hat.
It's definitely branched out into like a general sort of geeky type thing, hasn't it? Because, this has got fuck all to do with games. Absolutely
this was
nothing to do with games.
This was in Hall 4, which was kind of like half related stuff, half press and gaming area.
Oh, okay. Game of Trench Crusade going on there.
Yep.
Like demo game, basically, yeah.
Yeah, that's back to the Trench Crusade stand again.
Yeah, it looks pretty sweet. Need to get my stuff painted. I did finally do a bit of painting and a bit of recording, actually, of me painting my Sisters of Sigmar.
Okay.
So that might might see the light of day, might not. Have to wait and see. It turned out all right. It's just whether or not I can put anything out of my bliverings and whether it's worth watching and whether it's in focus. It's quite hard to stay in focus when you're painting stuff because you've pretty much got to keep your your hands at a certain level.
Yeah, that was just a view from the Hilton. Don't you know? Yeah.
Star Trek Into the Unknown. It exists in the UK. Sadly, I've kind of gone off the idea.
Zatu actually sell it on the website.
Yeah, it's not cheap. I might get into it. I don't know, but I don't see us playing it. Me and my missus. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, no video for us.
Oh, that was just me taking a shot of how crowded it was.
Cosplay dudes.
Yeah, the Friday was absolutely ramo. It was ridiculous. Like usually, it's the Friday is kind of chilled because everyone's still at work, and then Saturday is ramo, and then the Sunday is a little bit more chilled. But this year, presumably because half term encompassed the Friday was bonkers. This year it was absolutely mental. I'm not sure of the exact numbers off the top of my head, but I think compared to Friday last year, we sold 3 times the amount of stuff.
It looks far too busy for me.
On the Friday, yeah. I think overall, I think we did between 2.5 and 3 times the amount of stock that we sold last year, which is very good. I mean, it helps that all the D&D and RPG classes were covered now, rather than just having 6 out of 13 done last year. And there was a whole lot of, we're really sorry, you're going to have to wait for the Kickstarter and then the one after. That was all good. So those guys were Caesar Inc.
Okay.
And they do a very cool, like, RPG kind of horror thing called Doomsong.
Oh, okay, yep.
And that's their stall. The stalls that they're wearing, like the white thing that goes over their shoulders and down the front, on one side, it's got Doomsong, and then on the other side, it's got all the awards that they've won.
Oh, wow.
Which is quite a nice touch. I'm like, not very humble, but when you win a whole bunch of awards for your first RPG, I think that's fair enough.
Oh, they put it on the front of board game boxes, so I don't see why not. Yeah. It's their first RPG, is it?
Yeah, I mean, I think individually they've all worked for different companies, so they've got experience, but this is the first time they've done it. I spoke to their name escapes me, unfortunately, but the person on the left is the actual author that wrote their first campaign.
Okay.
Because the white book is the Doomsong RPG core book, and the black book is Lord, Please Deliver Us.
Right. Okay.
Which is the first campaign to do with, I think it's famine. No, pestilence. Pestilence is from the apocalypse.
Okay.
So they're going to do one campaign for each horseman. And if you play them one after the other instead of separately, it's just going to get progressively worse. But yeah, so I've only skimmed through the book so far, like Doomsong, but you play as part of the Gravediggers Guild.
Okay.
So understandably, you've taken it upon yourselves to try and handle pestilence because you're literally handling pestilence when you put people in the ground. And you don't really want to be all lurkied up and dying.
Bit like Monty Python. Bring out your dead.
Yeah, kind of. So I need to look into that further. But I sent you a whole load of photos for the books themselves, and the books are not cheap, but they're really nice.
Yeah, I saw lots of very 80s style black and white artwork.
Yes.
Yeah. They look pretty cool. I'll stick some photos up over this because we don't need to look at these 3 people for ages. What's a Kickstarter games mixer?
That Kickstarter, Adam, seeing as he is Artifact Games, and me and Joe were just the lowest volunteers. He had +1s. He got invited to the Kickstarter Pledge Manager launch.
Okay.
Finally, Kickstarter are doing their own Pledge Manager.
Ah, right, okay. So it won't be Game Found or whatever anymore.
They're only 5 years late to the party.
Yeah, they've lost a lot of business because a lot of people have gone with Back-A-Kit or Game Found.
Yeah.
Who offer pay over 6 installments, which is really handy.
Yes.
I was actually thinking about getting on the Sniper Elite Kickstarter for the stuff that I missed.
Oh, cool.
Because it's really hard to get a hold of. And they've got a new cool little expansion with it. So Don't know. Last thing I need is more board games, but at the same time, I'm like, ooh, shinies. And then there's your
That's the Hilton.
very nice.
Like,
I think they clean the windows.
It looked really shit from the outside. It's like an old hotel, and they were clearly like, "We're late to the party here. Get that hotel because it's close to the conference centre and the NEC." But on the inside, it's damn nice, as you can see.
So what's this? Rivers of London.
Yeah, it's an RPG based on a series of novels that Northern Pete likes.
Okay. What is it? Cthulhu-esque or?
I'm not sure. But apparently London did have a load of old rivers like Tyburn and stuff, not just the Thames, that ran through it. And these days they've been built over, so they're still there, but they're underground.
Okay. So is it set in modern day? Because it looks quite diverse for old days, but he's got quite a modern suit on, so I presume so.
Yeah, seems it. That was cool.
All these RPGs I've never heard of. That looks quite comic book like, doesn't it?
There's a Call of Cthulhu one there.
Oh, it's Chaosium. Yeah, they're the ones who do Call of Cthulhu, so yeah. Cool.
As you see.
Yep. Yeah, nice. I always wanted to try Call of Cthulhu. Oh,
what isn't nice?
God, it turned into an IKEA.
What isn't nice is when you look at those numbers.
Yeah, no, that's not cheap, is it? But then that's it's a handmade piece of craftsmanship, isn't it? But yeah, that is a stupid amount of money.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the next picture is it's specifically made for RPGs.
But I would want that table to do things to me sexually for that kind of money. Sit down, and just starts pleasuring you. You're like, yeah.
Get your money's worth.
Okay, yes, it's nice. Pricey, but nice.
Yeah, I said to the guy, I ain't being funny, but these are probably individually the most expensive items in this entire expo. How are you doing for sales? And he just said, yeah, we're doing fine. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, people afford Games Workshop somehow. They'll afford that.
Yeah. Oh, this is just
okay. So this is looking quite nice now, isn't it? You've got the packaging and everything all done. I can see why your sales picked up, because it actually looks like a shop now, but it's before just kind of like a stand with stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, 2 years ago we started off, and it was a ridiculous 2 meter by 2 meter square stand. We had 3 tomes to sell, and a handful of dice. And in that year, Adam's tomes actually won the award. I think it was best RPG accessory.
Okay. Yeah.
And then the year after, so last year, we had 6 tomes done. We had another 3, and then 3 were just Kickstarter in at that point, like the next 3 for the 9. And now that Kickstarter's finished, and he did another one quick. So that's all 12 classes done and GMs.
Cool. And he's doing monsters next.
Yep, monsters are next. So we've got an owlbear, a knot beholder, a banshee, and then dragon.
It's nice stuff.
Yeah. All the monster stuff is the right hand side, the right hand side top quarter.
Oh, okay.
From the turquoise ones up, as you'll see on the next picture, or the previous picture, depending on where you are. That was the previous picture. That's Adam looking shifty.
He looks well happy.
He was unaware I was taking a photo.
That's a nice little stand, that.
Yeah, I think it was 2x4 this year, because there was 3 of us on it, and then next year he's going to be demoing his new game Travail, so it's going to be a 4x4, possibly end piece, so we'll have 3 sides, which makes it more expensive, but should be worth it.
This is that new Titty Combat game, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
Operation something or other, I can't remember.
Artemis. It's in the next picture.
That's it. Yeah, it looked pretty cool actually. Quite a look of it.
Yeah, that was all they had out for it.
If it had been co-op, I would have been all over it, because me and Kirsty would play it.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like it is, but it doesn't look like fun. I was half tempted. It's about £65, and I was like, oh yeah, there you go, £65.
Yeah, that was it. And I was talking to the chap whose shorts you can see there, who was involved with it. He basically kind of said, I think Andy Chambers had a hand in the game design. I might be making that, not sure.
He did do the first set of rules for Drop Fleet Commander, so
yeah,
I don't think he was involved in the second lot, but yeah. There's the Chaos Card guys.
Yeah.
Quite like that company, they did good stuff.
That was the 30th.
Never let me down yet. So I'm just trying to see if there's anybody I know in any of these pictures.
That was the Friday. It was that busy.
Very unlikely. Yeah, it looks horrific. Looks absolutely horrific. Did not like the look of that. I mean, I hate these things anyway. I used to go to like reptile and tarantula shows, and they're like a tenth of the size of this, but even they were fucking packed.
I mean, Mike drove up just for it. Like, he had like, what, a stupid 3-hour drive. Just him. He came up and wandered around. And bastard. Dan was there as well.
Yeah. Dan Gunn was there, yeah.
And his mate. So that was cool. But yeah, like, once I'm there, I kind of slip into the volunteering mindset. So I'm always very much like, hello, how's it going? I see you looking, come over here. Do you play RPGs at all? Have a proper look. We have open ones here. But yeah, if I was just a punter wandering around, I'd have been a bit like, this is a lot of people and I'm not really enjoying it.
No, it's just, I've been to the UKGE a couple of times, and obviously it was way quieter back then. And in fact, it might have been the first one that I went to. But I don't do well with lots of people anymore, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So, see.
Definitely, you can see it's really branched out a lot. When I went there, it was literally just board games and card games. There wasn't anything else.
A whole lot of accessories and stuff now, as you can see from that picture. Yeah, there was one stand there. I don't think I've got a picture of it, but we'd set up on the Thursday afternoon, and I was wandering around after we were done, just before they kicked everyone out, and there were some poor bastards there literally putting up a wooden frame with mallets because their stand had a wooden frame, like an old tavern.
Oh, my word.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think my first one was this one on the far left.
Okay.
Because I've still got the lanyard and like the thingy for it somewhere.
Yeah.
It's either that one or that one. One of those two. Didn't have this much bloody blue in it. Oh, okay, cool.
That was it before the hordes descended. Yeah, the rest of these pictures are kind of like I think they were either they were early Friday or late Friday, one of the two, after everyone had gone. So I was getting pictures of everything.
Best time.
Yeah. And there was a meat stand there as well, like that.
David Bay did like that. He's into his meat at the moment.
I like meat as well.
Yeah, sometimes. It's very sweet. And is that it?
So yeah, again, the next one's a video. It was just where we were setting up, and I took a video of outside by the car, and then walking in through the loading door and to our store, sorting stuff out.
Cool. So what did you come away with? You got time to do a bit of shopping, didn't you?
I did. I got the wife some stuff. I got myself the Doom Song book. I was given by Adam a set of topaz dice, literally made from topaz, like Tiger's Eye stone, because you get Chinese manufacturers walking around trying to win business from people.
Of course, yeah.
So they go, we do this stuff, take a sample box, and they'll just hand stuff out.
Right, yeah.
So, and Adam's kind of like, well, I've already got a manufacturer for this stuff, but I do have a game coming out next year, so he's going to be on the look for that. So people love to hand him free shit.
Awesome.
Some of it's shit, some of it's not.
Yeah, well, I mean, it makes sense for them, doesn't it, at the end of the day? So, yeah, that's cool. Okay. Awesome, man. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it was good fun.
Yeah, cool. All right, shift that over there. Okay, so we're going to discuss Horus Heresy another time, because obviously there is stuff to talk about there. But they're still in the process of releasing the rules, so I think we'll do just a general catch-up in a while.
Although I was very surprised and kind of happy to see that they're starting to release new stuff this Sunday, like Network.
Yeah, well, that explains why it was all painted up in the Sons of Horus and Imperial Fists, doesn't it?
Yeah, although those new rapiers are nice.
Yeah,
They're
no, it's all
basically
really nice. The
they binned
crew's
off
really
the
cool.
Forge. Yeah, they binned off the Forge World design and they've gone with the Legions Imperialis design and scaled it up.
Yeah, just scaled it up. Oh, that's good shit.
Looks much better.
Yeah, so we'll leave that for another time. But I thought we would quickly just discuss Kill Lupercal, because GW have decided it's finally time to get round to releasing another animation in 15-minute installments that will probably go on for about 4 weeks. And then, you'll get nothing else for like a year until they decide to do another one. Because we've both watched it. And,
I watched it a week ago, so I'm going to have a bit of a frowny discussion going, what happened again?
I watched it about 15, well, not about 15, but about a couple of hours ago, basically. Basically, it just starts off with her, the Princeps, saying, is it at 70%? Is it at 70%? Tell me when it's at 70%. You've got no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And then the Moderate goes, no, it's like 66%. She goes, well, that I'll have to do. And then you realise she's talking about the Titan being repaired.
Yeah.
Aurora Ferreros, something like that. And it's a girl Titan. I didn't realise that machine spirits had sexes, but apparently they do. There you go.
I don't think they do. I think it's more of a car thing. So,
Yeah, maybe.
If you have a mind to, your car's a female like a ship, isn't it?
Yeah, but that is a completely inanimate object. Obviously, the machine spirit, the machine god, is actually almost an entity. So I don't know. It just, but the bit where she connects with the Titan was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I feel like it was better done in the comic Titan.
Yes,
honest,
that's
with
very
Imperius
wasn't it?
Yeah, Imperius Dictatio, or Dictato, one of the two.
You said
I think it was better done then, but obviously as a comic, you can do stuff. But the animation was pretty good, and basically, she plugs in, they trundle off, nothing's working, they've got no aspects, it's all a bit busted up,
a bit phony.
They mow down some Sons of Horus dudes, and it was quite. I felt you got a good sense of scale and the stomping, and the sort of the majesty of the engines, and basically she commands another unit to go after and attack a maniple, and then they disappear, and then they get ambushed, and that's pretty much it. That's spoilers, but fuck it, there's like literally 10 minutes without credits. It's really short.
Yeah.
Really short.
Disappointingly so.
Well, they're just eking it out, aren't they? Because they need the content for Warhammer Plus. But what was there was good. The lip syncing is not good.
It was a bit off.
And there are a lot of tricks that they use to hide or to limit the amount of animation they have to do.
Yeah.
But I felt it was okay. As I say, it's too early to judge, and nothing's really happened yet. You get to see the Void Shields do their thing a little bit. You get to see the Sons of Horus get pwned by the gun, but
it did kind of make me laugh. They were kind of like, "Oh, there's some Sons of Horus there, infantry," and I'm like, "Yeah, they're Marines." And the dude's like, "Voids to fall," and I'm like, "Really?" For Marines with like shoulder-ported heavy weapons, voids to full.
Well, you could see the missile launchers coming in, and if Aurora Ferreros was at a low enough, I've lost my bottle. There it is. If Aurora Ferreros was at a low enough operating capacity, because she says like at 66%. Oh no, the Moderati says at like 66%, they'll last 28 minutes.
Yeah, it's very precise.
Yeah, okay. I guess that's how long the series is then. But
yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a funny concept, really, because they're like, kill Lupercal, and I'm like, I think we all know that you don't.
Yeah. we know they're doomed to fail. But yeah, it was all right. I mean, it's Warhammer animation. The thing is, as good as it looks, I just look at one of those trailers from Skulls the other week, and I'm like, that's better.
Yeah. Although, you know me, anything with Titans and mechanical, and I'm happy straight off. I'm just like, yep, good.
Yeah, it was nothing not to like about it, in my opinion. So I thought it was fine. But yeah, there's a little review. We'll keep an eye on it and do some more stuff as we go. Right, let's get into the artwork. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at our top 10 favourite pieces of artwork from 40k. And we are going to then do sort of 5 honourable mentions as well. So, or we can do the honourable mentions first. It's up to you.
I'm good either way.
Okay, let's just do our top 10 first, and then we'll get into the honourable mentions. So, what was your first one, dude?
My first one is slightly cheaty, but it was a compilation of pictures that I did to print out and frame from the old 6th edition Tau Codex, because it's, you know, for all 3 people that listen to this, it's no secret that I absolutely love the 6th edition Tau Codex. Like, I picked up 40k in 5th. I came back to it in 5th edition. I had to play with a codex that was an edition out of date, and there was loads of stuff in there that didn't apply to 5th at all. I was like, what's the target priority test? Like, WTF, mate? So when 6th came around, it was such a good codex. Like, there was new artwork, there was new units, there was new rules. It was great. And 4 of my favourite bits of artwork I compilated into one thing and printed.
Yeah.
And I've still got it over on my left somewhere. And I have chucked it into the Blitherix channel. Yeah,
I've got it. It's a bit cheeky, but you'll laugh in a minute, so, you know. Yeah. I thought the Tau, they were just never my favourite. They were never my favourite looking race. Some of it looked really cool, some of it didn't.
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that way. I think a lot of people are just kind of like, oh, you shoehorned in some mecha stuff into 40k where it doesn't belong. And I'm kind of like, well, it's 40k, there's room for it.
Yeah. I mean, you've got a whole galaxy to play with, haven't you?
Yeah. I mean, in some ways, they're kind of similar to the Eldar, with skimmers all over the place and advanced tech.
But they're based on the advance, whereas the Eldar on the decline. Do you know who the artist is for all this?
I don't, because it was 6th edition, so Games Workshop had basically done, we've got a new artist, and they're called Fucknose.
Yeah.
Which is a shame.
It's so annoying. It really is when they did that. I just...
Quite unfair, I find.
Yeah, I know it's their policy, but I really don't like their new approach, where they just go, oh, it's designed by the Citadel sculpting team, or it's from the Warhammer art team. I'm like, no, come on, just like
they all share the blame.
You know, give them some proper fucking credit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You reckon Matt Ward had anything to do with that? Because everyone was like, everything that Matt Ward does is now shit. It's like Cole, when he had his Blood Angels Codex with him at an open day, he actually bumped into Matt Ward and he said, oh, would you like me to sign that? And he looked at him and he said, no, thanks, mate. I think you've done enough already. You've done
enough damage already.
So, yeah, I mean, to be fair, like, Deep Striking Land Raiders, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, Matt Ward was probably mainly responsible for it, I think I would have to say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean like him personally was like, this is out of order, do something about it. But I think it was because of the backlash that he got, that the studio just in general kind of went like, we'll just stop giving people credits and stop people getting hammered.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was one of the first examples of negative celebrity that they had. And I think that they weren't prepared for it and they didn't know how to handle it, and they just went through the knee-jerk reaction of, okay, well, what we'll do is we'll just basically not credit anybody.
Yeah.
And then...
I don't think that's the way. I mean, kind of like, when it comes to artists, especially, not necessarily people that do rules or the codex overall, like Matt Ward and the Blood Angels, but when it comes to artists, they should at least just list them off at the front like they used to.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, I think there's something to be said for just basically going... Because if you remember correctly, they did the same thing where they completely killed all their social media.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, back in the day,
Quite a few years before
that was still that was the Kirby era, wasn't it?
Yeah,
because they got backlash on a whole bunch of stuff, and then rather than actually handling it, they just went, well, if you're not going to treat our channels with respect, we're going to take them away.
Yeah,
which is a very old school English way of doing things.
So it's just like, was it your first day on the internet or something? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's a very shit way of doing things.
But yeah, I kind of get they want to protect their creators, but I get the feeling it was more about protecting GW than their creators. But no, it's not a bad piece of artwork.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it makes it into my top 10, but
no, I mean the more I look at the blue XV8 Commander, the more I kind of wouldn't mind getting it as an art print.
Yeah, it's not bad. Do you know what era they're from? What codex or whatever?
It's 6th edition.
It's 6th. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I can go through it and work out what Sept is and stuff, but off the top of my head, I couldn't possibly tell you anymore.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Right, well, my first one is this one, and I'm also cheating because all 4 were released as one piece.
Fair enough.
So these Chaos pieces by Adrian Smith, I just think are just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Does great work. He's also in my list.
Such great work. He's off doing like board games and stuff now, and doing great work there as well. But these are just there's just so many cool little details in them. And as I say, it was all released as like a quartet of Chaos Space Marine pieces. He did, one for each of the gods. But it's just great the way he's just licking the knife, and he's not gone over the top with the gore or anything like that. It's got spikes everywhere, but it looks 80s. It hasn't got it's not like the stupid 8th bound or whatever they're called that have got stupid teeth and all that kind of stuff all over them. That just looks really cool. That'd look awesome as a model. And it looks like he's wearing a corset. He's got a very thin waist, but he hasn't. It's actually here. It's fine.
Interesting choice of colour.
Sorry?
Interesting choice of colour.
What, the gold?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it is meant to be brass, but, I can't even be sure, to be honest, that this, the colour is 100% correct. And when we get to some of my other pieces, some did get, because there's some pieces that were released in black and white, and then we see them in colour.
Yeah, I saw that. Some have been recoloured, yeah.
Someone's been recolouring them. This is the Nurgle one. Again, There's nothing goofy about that. There's nothing friendly or funny. That's a proper plague marine, like literally falling apart. You can see like the jaws completely gone. They've got the tube going through. That just looks really cool. And you've got his trademark little flies in the background. There is nothing left of him. It's all rotted away. But it's just so much cooler than what we actually ended up getting with the Death Guard.
Yeah, it's just scraps of flesh, lurgification, and willpower.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, you could sort of equate them to the Thousand Suns, which I think is next. There they are.
Do you even get Havocs with heavy bolters anymore?
I don't know. I think so. So this is Inch.
Really?
Yeah, this is Inch, yeah.
I think the Salamanders took a wrong turn.
It's a Chaos Sorcerer.
I love the eye in the background.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's ever so slightly cause of death obituary.
Yeah. I thought these were actually on the backpack at first, but they're not. They're actually on the pauldrons. So he's got these weird little hands holding glowy orbs. It'll be fine if the power goes out. But just so many cool curves and just that Adrian Smith look and little talismans and totems everywhere. But yeah, they look cool. And then finally, of course, we get the Slaneshi Marine that looks a bit weird.
Jeez. An excess of something has sorted his face out.
Exactly. But do you know what I mean? Like, it looks messed up and fucked up, whereas what GW have given us looks a bit cartoony.
Hey, it's the CHEB.
Yeah, exactly. The single CHEB. And yeah, this is from an era that GW don't embrace now.
Yeah, bit too gritty for him.
Even though they have got those new, whatever they're called, and I'll put the picture up, they've got those sort of bared torsos. It's nothing like this. It's just, it's even got like an S&M cod piece and everything. It's just, it's bonkers. Like the pauldrons don't match. His hands are,
Hands. Sort of.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I really do. Really do like those pieces. So that was my first pick. I cheated like you. And I chose 4 at once. And it was Adrian Smith's Chaos Quartet. So what have you got next, dude?
Very good. Next for me is paste that in. Old school Lictor artwork.
Okay, yeah, I nearly.
And I don't know who did that because at the beginning of Codex, it's just a list of names.
I think it might have been Carl Kopinski, this one.
Okay.
But let's have a look.
Yeah, I like it because it's a reminder of just how big standard kind of Tyranids actually are.
Yeah, it's a cool piece of work. I think that is Carl Kopinski, who did suffer a stroke sadly recently and was raising some funds. Yeah, it's a cool piece, very atmospheric. Again, I don't think it'll make my top 10. I mean, I can't look enough for that, but I just love the little details. Like you've got this dude who's been just mullered, and you've got this guy trying to save him, and then Hicks here has got his shotgun for close encounters.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, you're ruined. And I really like the proportions as well. Like the claws are a bit smaller than they are on most lictors.
Yeah, they're a bit more slender, aren't they?
Yeah, those guys is fucked.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to go very well for them.
No, and there's something about black and white artwork as well. It's really cool.
It's nice and stark.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a cool piece. I like it. I like it. Cool.
Over to you.
My next one was... it's a bit of a weird one, actually. In some ways, this is a problematic piece. And we'll find out when we have a look. And we were talking about Titans earlier. And it's this piece.
Oh, nice. From Titan.
Kev Walker. This was originally in Warhammer Monthly, and it was then used for the Titan graphic novel, which I've got downstairs.
Yeah,
the main problem with this is the scale is completely off.
It does look a bit
like big. You look at that ladder there on that weapon. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is how big I think a Titan should be. Yeah, it should be literally like hundreds and hundreds of feet high, rather than like what a Warlord's like, 60 odd?
I think so.
I prefer this. That looks like a crew could sit in its head. The Warlord Titan does not. It's got three very cramped people in it, which is, it's a necessity of being able to render it in physicality. I understand that.
Yeah.
But this gives me the scale that I'm looking for in Titans. It is obviously massively overscaled because you just look at this mountain. It's that thing is like half a mile high, basically. But yeah, it's such a great piece of artwork by Kev Walker. It really is. Another one that looked really nice in an art print, and it's the old Mars pattern, is it?
No, Mars pattern's the
one we've got. What was this then?
I want to say, I don't know. Carl would know straight off. He's probably listening to this going, "You dumb fucks."
Yeah.
How can you not know what it is?
I should know myself. Mars and...
Oh, Lucius.
Lucius, that's it. Well done. Saved us.
I wanted to say that straight off, but I was kind of like, nah, no, not that. But yeah, it is.
Yeah, and it's just, that's an awesome piece. That is awesome. Yeah, very, very cool piece of artwork. Loved it ever since I saw it. Scale problems notwithstanding, whereas you could probably fit like two or three Space Marines in that barrel alone. But yeah, a very, very cool piece. Right, what have you got next for me, dude?
So my next one is a little bit of I want to say obvious or classic piece, I guess.
Okay.
I had to put it in there.
I'm wondering whether we are going to have some crossover. So there are some pieces that just, I think, will automatically get chosen by both of us. I did not choose this one, strangely enough.
I had to get a Blanche in there.
Yeah, I've got a Blanche. It's not this one.
Yeah. I mean, what I do like about this one is that, one, Murchide made like an ingot out of it,
Yes.
which is cool.
I mean, this is, in every single definition of the word, a classic. And I almost picked it, but I don't. It just doesn't quite work for me as a top 10. But yeah, it's this classic piece. It's been on T-shirts. It's been on art prints.
Yes, it's like you look at it and you go, "What's this?" And you go, "That is the Emperor of Mankind. He's keeping everything held together, fucking barely. He is the boss." People are like, "Oh shit." The state of that's the boss.
And this is the one that Alfred Professor used for if the Emperor had a speech to text device, didn't he? It's show text to speech device. So yeah, I mean, this is a classic piece. It's not in my top 10, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad you picked it.
Cool. It had to be in there somewhere, I think.
Yeah, no, it's a really cool piece of art. I really do think so. I think one of the things that bothers me slightly about it is the amount of dead space down the bottom here. That normally I'd be loads and loads of John Blanche details, and I just miss the fact that there aren't. You know, but yeah, no, it's an awesome piece of art. Very, very cool on that. Right. Next for me was this piece, and this I'd be interested to see if you had this one actually.
I do not.
There you
iconic
go.
piece, though.
This I think is just, it's by Paul Dainton, I can tell you that, and it's just, I mean, this is just brilliant. There's a recolored version around that was done by somebody, but this is the original. And this is just, you know, when like a moment of 40k is just captured.
Yep.
This is that for me. I think this is just absolutely fantastic. Like the archetypical piece. You've got the Corvus art, you've got all the different armor marks, you've got armor there, you've got old armor there. You've got obviously the Aquila armor. This is before any Primaris bullshit. You know, you've got the serfs down here not having a good time,
having a grovel.
The chaplain going past, the captain going past, you know, monitoring the ranks. Good old Castellan Dreadnought.
That's exactly what I just said.
Just great, just a great piece. I love this piece of artwork. I think this is just, yeah, absolutely fantastic. That one, an all-timer for sure, by Paul Dainton.
Nice.
Right, what have you got next? This is your third one, I think.
Yeah, my next one, number 7, is pretty much the exact opposite. I'm not sure if you'll agree with this one, but
hey man, it's your list.
I absolutely love it.
Oh, okay.
Chaos
Interesting.
Knight. New piece.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm like, I could be a guardsman in a trench, and I can see that getting larger on the horizon, moving far too fast for something of that size, making a horrific noise, and I'd be like, a lad's gun, really?
So this is the
Do I
piece
have
you're
a
talking
bayonet?
about? Chaos Knight. Interesting. I don't think I've seen this piece of artwork before.
I think it's great.
Is this new then?
Yeah, newish.
Yeah, I mean the model's not that old.
It's got the cool superior digigrade legs.
Yeah.
It's got a fucked up faceplate. Fuck knows what's going on inside it.
Well, it's wrecked some tanks behind it, that's for sure.
Yeah. It's like, is there a pilot in there?
Cool.
Is there a demon in there? Is there a mix of both?
I'm not sure he's got the proportions on the hand right here,
Looks a bit small.
whoever the artist is, and this shoulder pad also looks a bit
It's brought forward, isn't it?
weird. But yeah. I do like the Chaos Knights.
They do look great.
Yeah.
If only they put those legs on the Imperial ones.
Yeah. Because the Warhound's got it, so you'd think there's precedent.
Yep. maybe it's a leaf out of the old BFG book. The Chaos stuff is faster. Put an extra joint in them legs.
I'd like to think the pilot can't get out for Chaos ones as well. Like this is all.
Yeah, like I said, I don't want to think what's going on there. Is it just like Is it just a cauldron of soup with some poor corpse floating in it? Like, is it a demon? What? I don't know.
Yeah, demon engine.
It's not chained shut.
No, no.
But I don't know.
Yeah, cool. I've never seen that piece before. Yeah, it's quite cool. Okay, my next one is where'd you go? There it is. It's a slightly selfish reason for choosing this one, I will admit.
Aren't they all?
And it's because I've got this one signed from the Skulls campaign.
Nice.
Dave Gallagher, I think it was.
Who is it?
It is Inquisitor. It's not Cryptman. Oh, God. Begins with a G.
Gideon?
Oh. That's going to do my head in now. To be fair, yeah. I've not looked at the piece of art in a long time now.
Yeah.
Like the actual signed piece. Because I've got this one, and I've got the one that John Blanche did, which I think is Inquisitor Cryptman.
Yeah, he did that, the original one.
But yeah, great piece of artwork. Love the way that he's used colour here, and then everything else is done in these muted greens. So you kind of have to go looking.
It's all faded in the background.
In the background, but it's all that grim dark is all here. So while this looks like a kind of a normal piece of artwork, when the more you look at it, you're like, whoa, there's some weird shit going on. Don't know what that skull's from, but yeah.
It's almost an amble.
Bit small for an amble, I'd say.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing piece of artwork, really cool. Answers in the comments if you remember who the artist, who the Inquisitor is, because I can't at this particular moment in time. But yeah, it's just like a classic Renaissance painting, but done in a kind of 40k style.
Yeah,
and I really like that. It's really, really awesome. So
some of the 30k artworks like that.
Oh yes, as we may see in a minute. What's your next one, dude?
Ooh, okay, I was just looking up Inquisitors online, but this one is kind of similar to the last one, but not.
Okay.
Oosh.
Oh, that's a nice piece. I've not seen that. That is really nice. Again, not sure that it would make my top 10, but that is a nice piece. It's nicer than the Chaos Knight, I think.
Yeah, I love them as a unit, and I love the look of them. It's just so batshit weird.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they're 3 times the height of a man, with backwards legs on the back, and too many CHEBS. I know there's no such thing as too many CHEBS, but when they're on one thing that's not human, very much potentially too many CHEBS.
Yeah, that's an abundance of CHEBS, let's say.
It is. I'm very happy that Modern Games Workshop kept them on there.
Yeah, it's one of the things that they did allow to still happen. I think it's because it's an animal kind of thing. It's not an actual woman or a demon.
Animal CHEBS, not a problem. Weird.
Maybe they can get away with calling them udders.
Utterly acceptable.
Indeed. That's a really nice piece of artwork, though, man. I really like that. I don't know.
Again, no idea who did it.
Yeah, no idea who the artist is. Yeah, the colours, everything on that works really well.
Yep.
I do like that. Not just because of the CHEBS. But yeah, the composition. It's been very well done, and it still looks menacing and mean, do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. The shadow works really well. Like half of it's a shadow, half of it isn't. And you're not really sure which bit you're happier about.
A fiend indeed. Yeah, I like that. That is a cool piece.
Thanks.
Right, next one for me in my top 10 is where'd it go? This one. Now, again, this is technically kind of cheating. Because this was originally 2 pieces that's been put together and then recoloured by somebody, but I could not find a put together version of the black and white one to save my life. This is a Karl Kopinski piece, I think, and I mean it just speaks for itself. It's there's so much cool stuff in it. You know, I mean, like, it's let's just get it sorted in the preview. It's just dripping with detail. You got the scribes here. You got a cherub down there. You know, you got the commissar here. Planetary governor up there, I presume, or an imperial governor of some description.
Is it Vostroyan?
These are the Vostroyans, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, this guy looks like the guy that they made into a model, the Imperial Guard veteran.
It's like standard bearer.
Yeah, well, I mean, loads of them are buried down. I mean, Christ, look how tall that dude is. Like I say, these guys are kneeling down. Yeah, just really cool. You can see the Titans in the background there if you look.
Love a Lucius pattern.
You can see it's actually painted on canvas as well, look.
Nice.
Yeah, that's just a great slice of 40k, that one. Really captures something, which I think all good artwork needs to. You've got the lion beating the demon here. It's just dripping with that kind of sort of like the classical Greco-Roman statues and stuff. It's just, yeah, awesome. I think you're
gonna like my next one then.
Go for it.
It's number 5.
Oh man, I very, very, very nearly picked this one.
It looks curiously like a John Blanche that someone's coloured.
It's not John Blanche.
No, but it's a very similar style.
I would say this is, again, Karl Kopinski, but I can't be sure. But that is an absolutely beautiful piece of artwork. And yes, I very nearly chose this, and it should have been a Codex cover. 100%. And this is what the Mechanicum should look like. Not what they do look like. They should look like this.
Yeah.
You know. Oh man, yeah, that's such a great piece. I might have to make that the wallpaper on my phone, actually. You know, this very nearly did get chosen by me. Very, very nearly. Just look at it. It's great. It's just all these little details and just...
In fact, I think you're going to get on with the remaining 4.
Good.
That I've chosen.
Good. Yeah. Oh, no, it's Adrian Smith. Look, it's down here.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Mr. Smith.
That is an incredible piece. And the more I look at it, the more I fall in love with it. So that's what great artwork has. All these things that you just don't see the first time around.
No.
But then you just pick up on it afterwards. Like, you know, this in the background here, and just... It's so fucked up and so grim dark and just... I mean, look at what the fuck's going on here. That looks almost Geiger-esque or Giger-esque.
That's a bit. It's like, sorry, this guy in the middle is now a co-processor for the guy in front. It's almost Dark Mechanic.
Yeah, yeah.
Looks grotty enough.
Absolutely bonkers. And they've got this guy in the background here, and it's not... This is not what we have in model form. And I know it's not possible to do this properly in plastic at the moment, but what we end up with just looks so cartoony in comparison. Yeah, that's an incredible pick, mate. I do like that one a lot. My next one is one that people will just roll their eyes at, and they'll just be like, oh, of course you've picked that. Duh. And it is this. And you just couldn't not. You couldn't not. It's Phil Sibbick, I think is the name of the artist. He did a load of dinosaur art when I was a kid.
I remember you saying, yeah.
And obviously this ended up as Bolt Thrower's Realm of Chaos album cover, and it's just
Rogue Trader.
And Rogue Trader, of course, and you just can't not. It's just
Pile of
amazing.
dudes.
And again, I wish I got a slightly higher definition version. Actually, I'll see if I can get a high def version and put that up here. But you can just see it just tells a story. You've got all these things that kind of guide the York's head. But you got the dudes getting mullered and the guys who have been taken out and everything. Yeah, it's just awesome. Awesome piece. Tells a story. The story is not good because it's Warhammer 40,000.
None of them are good. None of them end well.
And it shouldn't be. No happy endings.
No, you got the old death thread in the background.
Yeah. Coming along to ruin their day even more. But yeah, that's. I couldn't not put it in. It's just a classic.
I thought one of us would.
And that's.
I didn't.
I'll get a high def version up of that because that's not great. It's not a great one that I've saved there, unfortunately.
Yeah. Right. My next one.
Yep.
Is sort of akin to this.
Okay.
And very much the opposite of my last one. To the point where you might just go, "Oh my eyes!"
Oh my word!
Yeah. Such brightness.
Jeez.
So much white. But this one means a fair bit to me because I believe it is somewhere in the second edition Space Marine rulebook, which is behind me on the shelf in a ring binder because they were done paper.
Yeah.
And I had this printed out from my dad's very early inkjet printer, in the mid '90s somewhere, and I had it on my bedroom door.
That is mad.
The old school.
Look at the Space Marine flyer. What is it?
I don't know.
It's like part aliens dropship.
Yep. It's
mad.
Just randomly cool.
See this apothecary?
Yeah.
Flying on his bike.
On a bike. Off a Turnpike 13A. So many little Marines. Such a big warlord.
Such stunty little boys. Some cool stuff going on there.
Yeah.
Little stories being told again.
There was a few of these that I could have picked from. There was one that encompassed a whole lot of stuff, including like the squat land trains.
What word?
Throwing around, but this was the one. I printed this one out when I was a teen, so this one I did. And I think I actually...
It's got Mosh written on the fingerprint, on the fingers. Don't want to be in a mosh pit with a Titan. It's a bad time.
It's just like a foot. No more pit.
To be fair, that might be a Chaos Knight. Not Chaos Knight, sorry. That might be an Imperial Knight.
No, it's a Warlord.
Is it a Warlord?
It's got the old Apocalypse launcher on the shoulder.
Scaled more like the modern Warlord, oddly enough.
Yeah. You've got a horrific old land speeder on the left.
Yeah.
Such a prick to put together that metal thing.
Yeah, it was horrific.
All this thing cool. Land to be complete.
All the retro. Right. I like it, man. Yeah, good choice. My next one. I did have a load of 30k ones in here, but I've taken them out because we're going to do 30k another time because you told me you didn't pick any 30k ones.
Yeah, I kept them separate.
So I did manage to find enough to not have to do that. And this is my next one. I've got a poster of this and it's amazing.
Oh, nice. Deathcore.
This is, again, Karl Kopinski. Not picked up loads of stuff on purpose or anything. This is just awesome. This is another one of those classical paintings that shows a moment of 40k.
This looks like it should have been out of like Imperial Armor, like Badab War or something.
I think it is one of the Imperial Armor books. It still counts as 40k, so it counts.
Yeah.
But again, just great. No fighting going on. There's no, combat. It's not like your modern pieces are all the same. This is just a moment of 40k with the Steel Legion, isn't it?
I think so. Then we've got a Lehman Russ and something else in front of it. Like a...
it's not a Chimera. Is that the amphibious vehicle?
I don't know. I don't think it's amphibious with that dozer on the front.
Clear all of
not sure what
seaweed
it's
and pondweed out the way.
I suspect it's probably a variant from Imperial armor.
But again, paint on canvas.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like
not
a
digital.
It looks like a rust hull, sort of. But I'm not sure what it is. I'm sure someone will point it out.
But yeah, just another great piece. It's not overly saturated. You've got the, Reaver Titan in the background giving you some scale.
That's a good pick.
Thunderbolts. It's a classic piece.
Some poor sod vanished into the mud down at the front.
Yeah, all forgotten. Just the endless numbers of guardsmen fighting on a lightning-racked Wartorb world.
Is that Deathcore?
No, I think it's the Steel Legion. Because they were two very different things, and then one of them sort of disappeared.
Oh.
But
it's the gas, obviously, that throw me.
Very cool. I could just look at that for ages. I might have to make that my wallpaper on my computer. Right, what you got next, dude?
Well, number 3 is another slab of old school, and it was so damn good that they based the whole model on it.
Oh, yes. I very nearly chose this myself.
That Mephiston. I like this piece of artwork, but I think I prefer the fantasy equivalent with the vampire with the wolf.
Yeah, we'll do another one for fantasy, because as I went through here, I was finding loads of cool fantasy pieces, and I was like, I'd pick that, but we said 40k. I used to say they made a model of it. It's so iconic. It's a great piece. It really is. Again, dripping with atmosphere.
Yeah. Mark Gibbons, isn't it?
It is Mark Gibbons, yeah. He's got the MG down the bottom there, yeah. Yeah, just, oh, wow. Yeah, such a great piece. Nothing else to say about it, really. It's just, again, bags full of atmosphere. He's got the Dracula armour.
That's right, from Bram Stoker's.
Yeah.
The weird muscular red armour.
Yeah, it's just, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Can't wait to see what else he does for Trench Crusade.
Very good.
Yeah, that is an amazing piece. Very nearly chose that one myself. But I did choose a Mark Gibbons piece.
Okay.
I chose that one.
Nice.
I went for the other angels.
I went for my ones instead.
Yeah, I love this piece. Again, it's the cavern behind him and everything. It all just ties in together, and it just.
I think the problem is with Azrael for me is that he's one of my.
That's not Azrael.
Not Azrael. Ezekiel. Not Ezekiel.
It's not Ezekiel. He's a
Asmodai.
fake. He's a fake Dark Angel player. He's a fake.
It's been a while since I've had to name him. The problem with Ezekiel is that he just.
It's not Ezekiel.
No, it's Asmodai. See, I said that before.
Repent.
I certainly will when I've finished. It's that I don't know. I just think most of the other characters are cooler than he is.
Yeah. I just like the
Damn good
artwork.
artwork though.
It's so cool. Yeah, that sword really looks like it means business, and
Yeah.
again,
Azrael, he looks great.
so many cool little. I did like the Azrael piece as well. Actually, it's very nice as well. But I really like this one. It's a rare colour, Mark Gibbons.
Yeah. I've actually got the Azrael on the wall on my stairs, like with the guy holding the helmet.
Yeah, and it's just so great. You can see the underneath of a shoulder pad. You don't get to see that very often.
No.
Yeah, awesome piece. Really, really like that one.
Kind of fits very well with my next one,
Cool.
which is my last break from the old school.
Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't choose any by this artist, but I was thinking about it.
Yeah, Raymond Swanland. Most
It
of his
is
covers
Raymond
I
Swanland,
thought were
yes.
really good.
He did some lovely
Yeah.
codex
So good. They
covers.
chose them for 2 editions.
Yeah, they were lazy. Yeah, great piece. Again, I'm not sure that it'd make my top 10, but only because the air is so thin up there, basically. But yeah, I mean, it's such a cool piece.
That is framed next to my front door downstairs. On the right as you walk in.
He did do some damn fine work. Digital, I believe, but nonetheless, very, very nice. He understood the assignment.
He really did.
His use of lighting was just brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is an awesome, awesome piece. I think I have this codex somewhere, you know.
You should.
Because I did go for a stage where I bought all the codexes, even if I didn't collect the army, just because I like them.
Nice.
But
how times have changed.
Then they ruined them, so yeah, not so much now. Yeah, that's a great one. As I say, I did nearly put a Raymond Swanland piece in, but it just didn't quite make it. My next one is a John Blanche piece. And it's one that I don't think gets seen very often, but it's this one.
No.
And I couldn't tell you where this is from. I can tell you it's John Blanche, but I couldn't tell you where it's from.
It looks generic enough to be a rulebook piece. I'd say. But
again, just John Blanche's use of texture and his little details he puts everywhere, you know, it's just crazy. He just does grimdark so effectively.
I mean, to be fair, I think his style was a major building block for most of the universe.
Oh, for sure. For sure, yeah. But again, it's almost like he attacks the canvas or the paper. You know, like literally, like, you know, it's like he's got these spatters here and everything. You don't do that by individually putting the things in. He's literally throwing ink and paint at the canvas in places here. You know, it's just such a cool piece. And I've got a couple of John Blanche pieces that are in my honourable mentions, but I had to put this one in just because it just captures that weird batshit element of 40k again with all the, do you know what I mean? All the weirdness and all the quibbly bits and the unusual bits and exactly, just the stuff that GW won't give to us, unfortunately. And you know, you can't make these out of plastic; they'll just snap off in 2 seconds flat. I get that.
Please, fuck no.
I like the fact that we have the artwork, so you know, that's good enough for me. So that goes in. It was almost very nearly another John Blanche piece, but I've actually kept that for an honourable mention. Although now I'm thinking about it, I wish maybe I hadn't. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe it'll make my last one instead. Cool. Is this your last one or is your second to last?
No, this is my last one.
Last one, okay.
There was no way I could not have it as number one.
Thought we said no Horus Heresy.
Doesn't count. It was in my first White Dwarf.
It is indeed a classic in every single meaning of the word. And it is that one.
Oh, yeah. If getting my first White Dwarf with that story by William King in it didn't cement my love of the hobby, this one sealed the deal.
It is a great piece. And back then they were more or less still man-sized, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
they hadn't gone quite as batshit and over the top as things are now.
No.
Yeah, it's a great piece. Lovely piece of artwork. I know that Mike McVeigh did a model version of this.
He did. It's at Warhammer World, yeah.
Yeah, you got some communist lying there dead and just, as you say, based on that short William King short story that got made.
So good. I was so lucky to have that in the first White Dwarf that I got.
Yeah, that's cool. It's very, very cool. There's runes up here. They say anything? No, it's just weird chaosy runes. This bit reminds like Doom and stuff like that.
Yeah, just some weird grotty old demon head in the background.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a worthy first choice indeed, I think. And
thanks.
I will, seeing as you've put that in there, shift one of mine to honourable mentions. Okay. And I will, because this was on my list originally before I removed it.
Ha!
The updated version.
Nice.
I didn't go for the new one by Neil Roberts. I didn't actually like that as much.
I can't picture it, but I think I prefer the older stuff as well.
It's a bit more kinetic. And yeah, this is just great. The standoff again, you've got Sanguinius lying there broken with his, newer armour. You've got the contrast between the blood drops and the eyes of Horus here. It's just the composition and everything is such a great piece by Adrian Smith. Guy really knew how to do things. And you've got this almighty showdown before everything got all retconned to bollocks by Dan Abnett, which is not something I thought I'd say. But
still not read the Siege of Terror yet. Any of them?
No, I kind of refuse to because I know what the retcon at the end of it is, and I really don't like it. And they've done it purely so they can bring Horus back if they want to. I don't like that at all. But yeah, just such a great piece. You get an idea of the monstrosity that Horus has turned into. I mean, you could the sort of the faces and his armour and everything, and the skulls and the skins he's taken. He's a big lad. So, yeah, just a great piece. So, that'd be my number one.
Nice.
But I have got other Horus Heresy pick that I will leave for another time when we do a proper Horus Heresy artwork dedicated thing. So on to the honourable mentions. What have you got?
Honourable mentions. Are we doing these one at a time?
Yeah, we'll do one at a time as well.
Speaking of Adrian Smith.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a cool piece. Do like that.
We get the actual face of the Emperor doing his best Judge Dredd grimace.
I've lost it. Hang on, where'd it go? Aha. Yeah, very cool piece. Very old school looking.
Yeah.
Space Marines. Very teeny little looking Emperor.
It's only because he wants to appear short.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, it's cool. You get a bit more of the sort of techno-barbarian look here, don't you? I think it's not quite so.
Yeah.
If the Space Wolves, no less than the Space Wolves and the Dark Angels, and they're not fighting each other.
Yeah, it's friendly competition, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great piece. Love it. Spaceman looks slightly wonky, but they did back then, so,
Yep. It's very much open to interpretation.
Yeah, it's cool. Really, really nice piece. Okay, so my first honourable mention, and as I say, this nearly made the list, but I decided to go for the other John Blanche piece.
Another classic. So good they made a model from it.
Yeah. Sisters of Battle 2nd edition codex. Just, it's just look at it. It's just
Debbie Harry on the front.
Ridiculous. She's got bloody high heels on. I mean, just it's just absolutely mental. I love it. It's such another great piece of art. Great use of texture. All the various bits of the Imperium in the background. Just it's so good. So good. Looks like it could be an heavy metal cover, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The magazine. It's just got all of that, texture where he attacks the canvas, got a little ratty jumping away. Never noticed that before. It's just brilliant. It's an iconic 90s look to it, and it's just, feminists these days will go, she's too sexualized. It's like, that's the whole idea of it, is to be over the top and heavy metal and just like.
Yeah. I'm not sure she's overly sexualized.
It's the whole idea,
Yeah. It's like an armoured leg. It's not like it's PVC or anything.
Yeah.
Or it looks a bit like it.
But yeah, just drink in all that detail, so much of it. So good. It's like, what's this? It's a bat for some reason. Yep, okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
It's an Imperial bat.
There's so many of those anymore.
Just great. Oh, God, it's been so much fun. What a great piece of artwork. Okay, what's your next one, dude?
My next one is a bit of a contrast to that.
Okay. Okay, fair enough.
But I love me some Crew. I don't know why.
Filthy Xenos lover, innit? That's why. Honourable mentions too. There we go. It's quite a nice piece.
I had to put two together because it's spread across 2 pages in the codex.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But it's kind of like a theme line. It was a lot worse than that.
Done a good job then.
It took ages.
Yeah, it's cool. There's a lot going on, a lot of atmosphere, a lot of really nice use of colour, actually. I've got to say, the red, orangey hues against the green really works.
Yeah, curiously, it's literally just Crew. I'm like, who are they fighting?
They're having fun, whatever they're doing.
Always.
You've got some crisis suits in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
My caption says Crew, fuck knows.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't tell you who the artist is or anything.
Did a damn good job, though.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, it could even be done in pencil, I'd say. Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't need to be good.
Yeah, no signature anywhere. Does almost look like it could be like another Agent Smith type thing, but you never know. You'd probably never know. Right. I love this piece of artwork.
Huh.
Absolutely love it.
Is that another Royal piece?
I think so. I think it might be another Paul Dainton piece. It's just, again, it's just got it all. It's got that slice of 40k thing going on. You've got the batshit, monstrously huge ships going over the top. You've got
those all heads on the top right.
Sorry? Yeah?
Those all heads.
Yeah. You got these guys, they're not having a good time. And then you go down here and you've just got the servitude and the misery and the just,
Smallest plasma gun I ever did see.
You know, give us more of this, GW. More misery, more grim dark. Just look at it. It's like,
Nice piece.
it's an awesome piece of artwork. So good. Just dripping with atmosphere and the grim dark. So good. So very, very good. All right, what have you got next, dude?
The next one I almost didn't put in because it's kind of derivative of 2 that I've already posted.
Okay.
But what how?
Uh, 2-6.
But I don't really think there's a lot you can say about it.
You do like your towel.
Robots, isn't it?
There we go. Yeah, it's all right.
Flipside.
Does win these 2, yeah.
Yeah, not my favouriteest unit, not my worst either, but they put the decent weapons on it, and the colour scheme's fairly decent.
Yeah, it's not a bad piece of art. I mean, there's some wonkiness down here, and there's a difference between having stuff that is in the background, so it's not as detailed, and then having just outright wonkiness in the foreground. But the suit itself looks all right.
Oh, you mean with like the pauldron symbol and stuff?
Yeah.
It's a bit funky.
Quite sure what's happened there, actually. But yeah, it's not a bad piece of artwork. Yeah, it makes the Riptide look quite cool. Makes the Riptide look quite small, actually. Cool. Right, my next one is... Where did you go? There it is. This is probably the most recent piece that I've got. Again,
I think you've posted this for the same reason that I don't actually like the model. It's just OTT madness.
It's fucking awesome. It's so great. I do need to get this model at some point before it gets ridiculously expensive and I can't afford it anymore. It's just one of the most 40k things I've ever seen. I love it.
Yeah.
I love this model. I love it.
It's like fly my pulpit closer so I can burn them with my heavy flames.
Yeah. It is just so over the top. Yeah. Because there was a similar model for the Mechanicum from Forge World, like a.
Oh, you're thinking of the Abeyant.
There's a tech priest and like a pulpit type thing.
Yeah, it's a tech priest on an Abeyant. I made Magus Dominus on an Abeyant.
Ah, okay.
But it's got a whole load of like technically mechandrites hanging at the bottom, and it motors along. You get them in Epic.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I love that. I think the artwork, I think the colouring is great. How it just slowly just descends into burning mentalness.
As it should.
Yeah, awesome piece of artwork. Just, sadly not going to make my top 10 or anything, but really just very, very, very 40k like, and a worthy honourable mention. Right, what else have we got, dude?
I think you'll appreciate my next one. It almost made my top 10. Well,
okay, yeah.
That's why it's an honourable mention, I guess.
Yeah, that is how they work. Let's have a look. I don't think I've seen this piece before. There's quite a few pieces I've not seen before because I'm behind on like codexes and shit like that. But yeah, it's a cool piece. Again, very much that's kind of slice of 40k. You see everything going on overhead and all the madness and everything.
Yeah, I think those ships up at the top left are kind of a bit too low, given how big they are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing they're Imperial transports, but yeah.
Hopefully.
They're quite a bit smaller than the cruisers, but yeah, it's a great warlord, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got to be from the Mechanicum Codex, I presume.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just Scutaris and stuff. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, just that slice of what it's like in 40k, just giving you just a little hint of it. And this one does the thing where there's things that are less detailed, so you can't see so much on that what's going on there, but you're not meant to. It's in the background. You know what I mean? Like this Titan, Titan here.
You know what it is.
Yeah, that's a really nice piece, man. Good choice. I like it. Nice. Right. My next honourable mention was... you'd think I would have put these in order, and you would be wrong. Another classic John Blanche piece.
Battlefleet Gothic?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just great. Again, I couldn't put it in my top 10, but it's just so much detail.
Yeah. I finally got around to watching MS Paint's unboxing of this.
Oh, yeah.
On YouTube. It was quite a good video. He was actually at the UKGE as well. Like, Adam came back to this from going for a wander and actually said, oh, by the way, there's a ginger dreadlock guy that you might know over there, because all you dreadlocked white people stick up for each other and hang around together. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, no, it's MS Paints. And I was like, I still don't know what you're talking about.
It's a good channel.
But now, yeah, it is. I'm checking out his stuff. That's good work.
But yeah, just again, you get the scale, you get the texture, the mentalness.
Good perspective.
Yeah, it's great. Great piece. Great piece. Right, your last honourable mention, if I'm not incorrect.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, there's one, and then an honourable one just cheekily stuck on the end.
Okay.
But yeah, this one, because Death Jesters are just so damn cool.
Another piece of artwork I don't think I've ever seen.
Out of the Codex.
Yeah, it's cool. Like it.
So good. I love the model. I love the concept. It's just great. The only bad thing about it is diamonds.
Yeah.
In my case, yeah, good luck.
Yeah, it's cool. I have no idea who the artist is.
No, I'm not sure. There's like a little symbol in the bottom right, but I've no idea.
Yeah. Don't know if that's just the relief of one of these, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I had no idea that's from a Codex. I thought that would have been from like a trading card or something like that.
It definitely looks it. But yeah, it's from one of the Harlequin Codexes.
Fuck that up. Oh, well, never mind. Cool. Awesome. Right. My one was... I really like Clint Langley's work.
Oh, is that Iron Snakes?
It is Iron Snakes. And the thing I really like about this is...
Rob Hood and the Snake.
Yeah, that's right. Great book. I just think this really, really captures the Space Marine look. Much as Dan Abnett captured the Space Marines in the book. He did a really good job with the Iron Snakes, I thought. And I really wanted to get a Clint Langley piece in there. And yeah, this was the one I chose in the end. I was going to choose some of his other ones, but they're a little bit too flashy and stuff like that. And this one, you can focus more on what is going on because there's nothing really in the background.
Yeah.
With a lot of the other ones, because of his digital art style with lots of very high specular highlights, stuff tends to get a little bit lost. But yeah, I just really like that piece. It's a hulking, great big Space Marine, you know. There's not much more to say on it, really. Loads of lovely little details. And obviously, it's all digital. Although, if I remember correctly, when I spoke to him at a GameStar, I think he said he did it digitally, but then also touched it up with a brush afterwards or something.
Oh, cool.
Or the other way round, that he drew it and then put it into, I don't know, Photoshop or something, and then the digital elements.
It might have been that way around.
But, yeah, just a really cool Space Marine piece. As I say, not going to be in my top 10, but I chucked it as an honourable mention because I really want to get a Clint Langley piece in there. What's your honourable mention?
I went digging through old artwork folders and stuff, find some of mine, and I'd completely forgotten about this one. I just hope it's worthy of being in the list of all the others.
The fuck?
When I saw it, I laughed so much at my little pictures of Tyranids. It's like a little description of how the synaptic link works from the 9th Tyranid Codex, I think it was.
Oh, right, okay. So it wasn't drawn when you were like 6 or something?
No.
You didn't take it down from the fridge?
No, it's very reminiscent of all the art I used to do in MS Paint.
We're talking about MS Paints.
It's all the little Tyranids just make me proper laugh. The little grumpy faces and arms. And the poor old Smeldar at the top getting done.
Oh, I don't. I don't know what to say.
Nothing you can say.
Why is the termagant so grumpy?
It's got to poop out loads of termagants. That's like a concentrating face before it goes.
Need to zoom in to see all the proper detail.
It's like an angry little potato.
It is an angry little potato. Parasite of Mortrix. It looks like a fucking canary.
They've all got the correct amount of limbs.
Genius. Just genius.
They're anatomically correct.
Right, okay. You mad bastard. Right, my last honourable mention is a Mark Gibbons piece, and it is this one.
Old school Warhound.
Yeah, super old school Warhound. I just love it. Yeah, the scale and stuff like that, and it's just like, yeah.
A tiny marine.
Titan kills. Good old Warhound, how I remember them.
I've still got a few of these in metal.
Have you? Cool.
Yep. Looking a bit small these days.
Yeah, will be. Flames everywhere. Yeah.
That's for blast cannon and inferno cannon.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I had to sneak another Mark Gibbons piece in there. But yeah, because we took out all the Horus Heresy ones, that is my selection. But we'll do another Horus Heresy one, because there's definitely enough Horus Heresy artwork to do just, one of those on their own. So, yeah, it was good fun, man. It was good fun.
It was.
You guys let us know what you thought of our picks, especially this one.
It's an accurate representation, I'll have you know.
Yeah, it looks just like the models.
Well, my Tyranids are yellow.
But yeah, it's been a blast, man. I mean, there's so much artwork that it would be nigh on impossible to feature all the pieces that, we wanted to. It was damn hard getting a top 10, I'll tell you that.
It was pretty tricky, yeah.
And obviously, with it being art, it is subjective for everybody,
But we're right, though.
So there's no right or wrong answers, but these are the best. But yeah, no, that was great, man. It was a lot of fun. You guys let us know what you think down below, and we will catch you on the next CHEBS.
You know what you should put at the end of this video?
What? Ask them to subscribe?
Yeah, that's that. But then if you just say, like, look, if you don't like and subscribe, this video demonstrates what will happen with you. You have to keep looking up and make sure no hell pods fall from the sky.
Ah, yes. To end it with our classic Helldivers 1
classic
thing.
blunder.
Yeah, see if you can spot the exact moment that I realised that I just destroyed the APC that Matt dropped. Just before Matt deletes himself with the own recoilless rifle that he just threw.
Spoilers, but yeah, it was despair. I was like, you've destroyed the only EPC we've got for this mission. I don't want to be here anymore.
This planet sucks. Let's go home. Right, we will catch you guys later.
Oh, cheerio.
Bye.
And thanks.
Supplies incoming. Equipment. Equipment on its way. Equipment on its way. Stand by. Equipment on its way.